Playing this game, whatever it's called. Yeah, we'll start with Ozzy's Fort, do Black Omen. Maybe we'll try and beat Specchio's not quite final form. And finish the game. Ideally finish the game tonight. Can we do that? I don't know. Durang. I don't actually know what Flea says, but that's what Slash says. I don't get it. Oh. Okay. One attack. Kinda weird. Normally, when I play this, I am careful to heal. This is always good. Big challenge. This game is silly at times, isn't it? I was saying to one of my sons something like, it's such a light-hearted and colorful and just generally delightful game that also features the end of the world. Like, the weird mix of things it covers. Durang. I learned earlier in Magus's castle that he actually resisted ice attacks, I guess. So we'll do this. And I don't know if he counters, so I won't attack with Marl. Oh. Peculiar. I don't remember it being this way. Ozzy stumped. One of our dogs is named Ozzy. He's stumped too. Only placed in the game with a pass wall. Yeah. Aussie Pants, Flea Vest, Slasher 2. By our powers combined, we are Bad Impulse. How do you feel about shadow damage? Probably should have screenshotted that, it was kind of cool. You know what? I'll do it again and screenshot it. It's gonna be great. I was expecting something a little stronger there. Oh, they're really pounding on Luca. And it's not paying off. I guess it must be Fire Element or something? I like Bad Impulse. The fact that they use combo attacks is super cool. No, we need to use Antipode 2 again. Antipode 3, sorry. Oh. 2 attacks. Another dash ring. Interesting. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You will never defeat me. Me. Mayonnaise. He might have been better named like Relish or something. Although maybe that's just a nasty stereotype or something. What indeed, Robo? Okay, that was a fast side quest, wasn't it? Let's do Black Omen in the relative new era, which is called the present. Oh, forgot they had a word for that. I didn't actually forget there was a word for that. You're much nicer than the old vendor. Don't really need these things, but I'll buy them anyway. Right, I was actually going there to heal up, but I did buy a whole bunch of shelters, so we have many, many more times than we need for the remainder of the game. Boy, doing Ozzy's Fort sure was quick, wasn't it? Wasn't it? We're 8 minutes into the whole stream. Okay. Good old Black Omen. I would like to hear PPF or some other multi-instrumentalist who does the videos with the hands visible do the Black Omen music. And maybe someone already has and I just don't know who they are. Perfectly possible. Uh-oh. Wasted a turn there. I wonder if I should take measures to heal... or to make the other character's status immune. Well, let's try this. Why not? Okay, that seemed effective. I noticed the 8. And I also noticed that Luca is hurt. And I thought Marl's going to want her turn for healing, so... Let's throw out another Uzi Punch. Some of the enemies here are pretty tough. I don't really remember anything about these guys. I remember the other version of these enemies like to change their name to Yoduda, which is funny. These guys are tactical geniuses. Yeah, these guys are pretty tough, and you can charm a Nova armor from them, but I am unable to do that in this playthrough. Oh no! Okay, should have known. Should have known there was some reason I found them hard in the past. I think they absorb lightning too. For some reason I remember that. It might be that it's just best to use physicals against them. And yes, I remember Hear Ye, which I have to wonder, did that come from localization? Like it must have, right? Oh, that was terrible damage. Can ice hurt them? Oh, it's because Robo's using Crisis Arm and his HP ends in 1. So there's not like a particular defense-based problem here, it was a badly timed attack. That's rolling up the carpet again. Hey. Okay, so now Robo's hit points end in 9. Yes. Yes, that's what we wanted to see. You know what's funny? I wasn't paying attention when Marl used ice, but I'm pretty sure it didn't work, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, those goons. Big HP sinks. I don't know what we're going to do to deal with them in the future. My wife is out at a show, which is unusual for her. So I'm just going to make sure I'm checking my texts. Yeah. Those guys have, what are they called? Turbo Ethers? Something really good. Hyper something? Turbo Ether? Oh, does that work? That would be a shame. Oh, it worked. That's a shame. We'll see about wasting some of Luca's TP. Have her use a nice strong flare. I believe she's wearing Prism specs right now, so like her damage is really high. Oh, wow. That was good. Oh, they drop hyper ethers. Where did I get the name Turbo Ether from? Is it that's what an equivalent item is called in like Final Fantasy VII or something? That's right. Turbo. I picture like an ether that zooms by really fast. These guys have something you can charm from them that's really good. I don't remember what it is. I think it's like a speed tab or something completely game-breaking like that. Yeah, I think it's a speed tab. They both just got really high damage values. Luca just got, I think, the ×2 multiplier from Wonder Shot, and Robo's got his HP ending in a 9, so really strong attack with the Crisis Arm. I don't see any reason to think deeply about tactics against these panels. Although later on there's a fight with like a whole bunch of them, and in that case I might find something nice that multi-targets them. They're not even really strong, are they? I thought my aiming was being tactical, but it turns out I was stupid, so whatever. Many of the enemies, but not all, stay dead when you do multiple iterations of the Black Omen. So I'll probably do that. These guys work kind of like Rebels and Turrets, where they have incredibly high evade, they give you a very large number of tech points. I don't really remember what's different about the sidekicks existing. I don't know if it's... They do attack, and that's somewhat novel, I suppose. You need to beat the sidekicks? I don't really remember. I'm not even going to get to see the tech point values, because if your characters in battle don't have any techs to learn, your tech points after battle don't show up in this game. Lockall is weird. I think that the boss orb is the easy part to kill. And you're supposed to target the boss orb. And the bits are the part that give you the substantial bonus. It's the same cost. That's what I was thinking, but did not remember in a timely manner. Okay, so here we'll go for the boss orb. That was strong. I think it's kind of neat the way some battles in the Black Omen use battle music and some don't. So I was talking yesterday in my previous stream about a friend on a private message board saying they were going to get this off Steam and start playing, asked for advice, and I said, my honest advice is go in blind. And they were talking about bad ports, because we were talking about the Steam port of this game. And they were saying there was a whole thing with one of the versions of the Final Fantasy games where they had a bug about how music looping worked, where the music, I think it was the looping, or maybe the resetting, yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun. It wasn't... Like, the music was losing its position. The field music was losing its position when you went into battle, which was unusual. So you kept hearing the start of the battle because of the nature of the encounter rate. You never got to hear the end of the music. And the games, for a long time, have been designed such that when a battle ends, it goes back to the point in the field music that it was on. And they were saying that made the ports feel worse than the original. Like, that's one of those things that detracted. And I said, something funny about Chrono Trigger, and I do believe it's every version of Chrono Trigger, is the Guardia Forest music is like a really nice piece of music that's about 2 minutes and 20 seconds before it loops. And it only plays in the 2 different versions of Guardia Forest. And you pretty much always go through Guardia Forest in about 30 seconds or less. Like, and it's not long before you memorize the encounters, and you can do Guardia Forest in about 15 seconds reliably. And it's just funny because, like, no normal player ever hears the entirety of the Guardia Forest music. In a normal playthrough. Oh, that sucked. I thought these guys didn't like lightning. Must be misremembering. Yeah. You pretty much have to just stand around in the forest like an idiot if you actually want to hear the entire song. These enemies are called ruminators in part because they start eating each other if they're damaged. But I'm not being strategic, I'm just smashing A. And if they bite you, the damage is a little bit crazy. And that does happen sometimes. And they drain hit points. Yeah, there's the crazy, right? The draining hit points isn't a big deal because this is one of those games where enemies scale quite a bit differently than your own party members. Oh god. So, it drained 945 hit points from Robo, and then they dealt 1100 hit points of damage, and it died. So it was really close to losing, and then it ate Robo entirely. So, that was why the sigh. Okay, Crisis Arm is going to be terrible right now. Oh yeah, hit points down by half, that's interesting. Oh, that was dumb. I attacked with 0 hit points. Aw, nuts. We could actually lose this fight. Okay, we're less likely to lose the fight now. I think I might want to take the Crisis Arm off. Until his hit points actually end in 9 and I can keep him there fairly reliably. Ugh, that was not a fun one. Clear. Okay, we want to get rid of the boss sword because it didn't heal and Marl's hit points suck right now. Well, that makes a pretty good case for the Crisis Arm, doesn't it? I thought there was something over here. Oh. Oh, whoops. Last time I fought these enemies, I used a double V-bomb, and it was great. Actually, I used Flare against the Sync Raid earlier. Maybe we'll use a Flare. Oh. Okay. I never did take off that arm, and I'm questioning that decision, really. It's nice when it works. Basically, if his hit points end with 5 or higher, I'm finding it to pay off, so... Oh, these jerks. What about, how do they feel about being fire tackled? Who doesn't love a good fire tackle? They do not love a good fire tackle. Okay, good. I want to do things that they do not love, so that's... Hit it with a hammer before it eats you. Oh. What an interesting fight to have so many times. Oops, I hit the wrong enemy. Did not matter. Oops. Okay, that was on me. I mean, they all were on me, but that one was extra on me. I wonder why Martello. My wife, I think, just got home. I hear her milling about, which is funny because she's like never up this late. You can't do this on New Year's. It is strange hearing this kind of movement in my husband's name. Maybe it's the dogs. Maybe the dogs are excited because my wife came home. That happens. We all get pretty excited. Seal. I don't remember what that one is. But I don't think I'm going to use it anyway. Thought I might be able to hit them both. Yeah, the Crisis Arm damage is good. You just hate when it has a chance for an enemy to hit you and it goes wrong. Or you stop paying attention and it goes wrong, because I do that too. I think when you end up in weird message board analyses, you end up around a lot of weirdos who really like exploring best and worst case scenarios before any consideration of average scenario or actual use-based scenario, you know? Armor. The haste helm around here, isn't there? Where to get the haste helm? Here? Yes. What do I want to do with this? My slowest character is Marl. He loses his status protection from that. He loses magic to it. For practical use, this is pretty good. Status protection and haste. His magic defense went way down, and his defense went a little down. And Tabansu is like really good when you add up good defense, huge fire resistance, and speed bonus. There's nothing else that really comes close, even though it doesn't seem like it should be endgame here. I should probably stop using that one. In fact, let's keep the Vigil Hat on her because we've had so much confusion lately. Cool. What's your friend got? these fellas have repeat charmable magic tabs, I think. So like it's possible to maximize a lot of characters' magic stats here, which makes Robo really powerful. But we can't do that. So instead, it's just like a nice little visit back to the Heckran Cave. I'm pretty glad for the equipment changes I made so far. And if I run into two Cybots again, I'm going to do that exact same thing because that worked out pretty nicely. That's a Zodiac Cave, I believe. Oh. This is weird. Okay. Good fight. I could sneak, but I don't want to. I think it'll be faster, and you know, since I was probably going to end up in the same place anyway. Ooh. What can I do here? It really looked like she just chucked her bomb right at the ground in front of her. That was terrible damage. Oh my goodness. Would have liked one of those at the beginning. Do it twice. I know a good strategy when I see one. Tubster, yeah. Last time I did Fire Tackle, and that was wonderful. I think I'll just do the same. I like this level, this area, this end game thing, but I will say it hasn't felt exciting. There hasn't been that. I guess there has been some danger, some battles that felt a little close. It's more exciting to play with Ayla with all the stuff you can grab. I had a whole plan about fighting 2 Cybots. Maybe I'll try that again too. I said I was going to use Shock. And then finish them off with regular attacks. The consumables I'm getting out of random battles are also pretty impressive. Speed, that's glorious. On whom would it be most glorious? I mean, Robo has the most to do. If you were New Game Plusing, he gains 3 points per run automatically. Marl's a little bit of a speed liability. They all need it. I think I'll give it to Marl. Although it's kind of funny because Luca's got +3 from her suit. I'll give it to Luca. It's Luca. Like Marl has very low offense compared to the other two, which makes me somewhat disinclined to spend them on her. Two points of speed is, like, pretty big. That's not her permanent value, because the Taban suit gives her 3. But 13 is getting there. And it's impressive, because she starts with terrible speed. She sucks with terrible speed, but also starts with terrible speed. Whoa. Is it a trap? Putting them all on Luca? Am I going to regret that? Well, maybe it's these guys you can I think these guys you can tap, you can steal something else pretty awesome from, but I don't remember what. I remember they have something that's kind of equivalent to Magus's black hole ability, like an instant death attack, which there are not a whole lot of in this game, so it stands out a bit. Hopefully it's not like a counter to everything. Oh, it is. Okay. Super. Well, that was nice and strong. Lots of Mega Elixirs. There was like one in the game in Final Fantasy VI. Which is the only game where I had seen that before playing this. Oh, this part's so stupid. Colorful panels blinking. I skipped it. I don't know why they were like, you know what's gonna be great? Flashing colored panels. Everyone's gonna think they're at the disco. That kinda sucked. So the question is the physical part doing damage or is the elemental part doing damage? We will find out with an Uzi Punch. Oh, he's at 0 hit points again. Why do I do these things? Okay, let's throw a bomb. Oh, I meant to attack at the bottom. Yeah, that constant MP draining is annoying, but it doesn't make this battle strategically interesting, does it? We spent a lot of MP there, and had some of it drained. Good practical use for double V-bomb there. Dublev bomb. You think that V is just, like, literally a typo? W. You think it's one of those things where they use the word W? Like they did in, you know, Final Fantasy VII? W item, W summon? W Meteo in Final Fantasy IV? I'm gonna just sit here and let them eat each other again. That was weird last time. I learned about this, you know, I read The Art of War by Sun Tzu, and it was like, do nothing while the snakes eat each other. Pretty sure it was in there. I've already done this battle. 3 points of speed, though. That is substantial. I think I've realized that the best way to approach this battle is not really doing anything. So I think I'll do Black Omen a second time in 600 AD. And if it proves completely uninteresting and I don't feel like I'm having any kind of gain as a result of it, we'll just skip the third. It might also be fun to try and fight Specchio again, because... Oh. I was trying. Ish. I got too close. Yeah, there are a lot of characters with healing abilities. I mean, Marl, Robo, and Frog are all quite good at it. Ayla's got one, Chrono's kinda got one. And items are cheap and all over the place in this game, so... It's a funny thing. You don't really need a support character in this game. In fact, I think for the average scenario you run into in this game, you really do best with having someone who can do lightning, someone who can do water, and someone who can do fire. There are a lot of dungeons that reward that type of play. Whoa. I used Fire Tackle before, which is considerably stronger, but hits one enemy, and I thought there was an efficiency to be found here. I may have been a little bit wrong, really. Beating one enemy per turn with 2 enemies, as opposed to beating both enemies at once, is, you know... Usually it's better to get rid of one. My kids and I, because my wife was out and came home a little late, we watched Howl's Moving Castle. That was my first time watching that. That was fun. That was an interesting film with a nice, kind of a self-contained mythology, beautiful animation. What I thought was really funny, and I said this aloud 20 minutes, half an hour into the movie, was I said, it's kind of weird that the two most likable characters so far are a turnip and a fire. It is maybe sort of not that exaggerated. I think I might give this one to Merle. He's so far behind the other two. Era Mutant. Oh no, is this the one that's a Lavos spawn or? I don't remember. Okay, Era Mutant. Very, very unexciting. There's a different gimmick at play here and I don't remember what it is. But let's see what this does. Aim for the top, I guess. That wasn't very good. That was also pretty bad. Aim for the top with purely elemental attacks. That was terrible. I know that laser spin has never been a strong attack, but I mean, I have been pumping Robo's magic. Maybe it's just Luca. Maybe it's just fire. Let's try this. A much stronger but different elemental attack. I think this battle just kind of ends with this thing here, doesn't it? Wishful thinking, perhaps? Dude. I got 2 rocks in here, didn't I? This is a Lavos spawn. It's a little stronger than the Death Peak ones, if I recall correctly. It's not the exact same enemy. I wasn't trying to copy the Lavos noise or anything. Funny if I were, though. Tackle the head, push the shell. Aw, he had a 9 there. Now it's gonna be a lame 4 base damage. Yeah, it's a little stronger than the Death Peak ones, but it's not like it's harder than the mutants we've been fighting or anything. Oh. That's pretty bad. Disorder. That's strange sounding. Are we disordered now? I don't feel any more disordered than usual. Is it attacking really quick, or are some of these counters? Okay, we got a 9. There we go. Can't climb the shell. Yes, let's use shock here. Oh, that didn't kill them all. I thought that was going to kill them all. Let's just do it again. Why not? It did work well. I guess it just didn't do the right amount of damage. And I don't remember what their hit points are. I don't even remember if these are the same types of panels as the earlier ones. If that is a thing. The middle one looks different, but I don't think that matters. Okay, I think this might be the last hit point, or save point before Queen Zeal. So we'll use it. Been saving kind of a lot here, but whatever, we can. We can look at ourselves in test tubes, that's cool. Dark Omen. That's not what it's called. Elation. Oh, I meant his eternal nightmare. You probably thought I meant dreams when I said dreams, but I meant eternal nightmare. You silly. Silly Billy. Yeah, that'll be the difference maker there. Wrenching the fire magic person. Carl is slow. Well, that's dumb. This makes good battle music, eh? Like creepy Queen Zealy battle music. Oops, he has a 2 now. That makes a pretty big difference. Oh. Well, we're fine. Although what we don't want to do is win with 1 hit point. That sucks when you do that. Oh, we did. Darn. Got 1 Mega Elixir. Ah. How fortuitous. I think we'll just... Do we use one? Maybe I should just use a Lapis. Okay, I don't quite remember the specifics, but it like gathers enemy energy and then shoots it back at you, and so it's kind of like a kick down. So attack up, magic becomes attack power. What does something like this do? Like maybe I can just 1 cycle it and it won't matter. Oh. Okay, so we want magic. Or maybe we shouldn't be using as much magic as possible. I don't really remember how this works. When we do get attacked, it's going to be bad. It doesn't make for a particularly interesting fight, does it? Maybe it does. Maybe I'm not giving it enough credit. But I mean, it's the most literal of damage races. This is pretty neat the way they set up this kind of fade-in. Doesn't it remind you of the Mana Fortress? Knowing that Secret of Mana and Chrono Trigger kind of spawned from the same original design document, it's it really makes you wonder, were they the same at some point, in some way? She's Flammy. I mean, she's the Mana Beast. She's Thanatos? Okay, let's do this by single targeting the face. And let's do that the way we have before with our good friend Fire Tackle. I always thought that was a pretty neat attack. Weak, though. And laggy. I don't really get why that's so laggy, unless it's like literally rendering polygons, 1 polygon per attack. I mean, at some level, I suppose that is what's happening, isn't it? Is this good? These fancy flying triangles aren't an issue, are they? Yeah, hexagons are the most dangerous shape for water to be in, for sure. I have somewhat missed Chrono's double text throughout this playthrough. Some of them are so cool. I know they're not like super effective in combat, but the ones that Chrono and Frog have together are just awesome. Like Sword Stream and Spire are really cool, and I remember using them in this fight because I needed strong single target attacks. And so as late as this fight, I was using Sword Stream, I was using Spire, both. Neither is particularly powerful, certainly at this point in the game, but they're really cool looking. If Robo was actually created to study humans, to destroy them, why was he given a heal beam? I guess if he was designed to get close to them to observe them, it would make a sort of sense. He's deep underneath the earth. Wasn't paying attention. Lavos cast Luminaire. Let's do the exterior part of Lavos. I think we can win. I think we could probably win the whole game, but I think I'll do a second run at Black Omen. Why is this thing showing me a red line? I know that you're properly charged used to the controller. Oh, right, it's Dragon Tank. Oh, I so wasn't paying attention. I think I was like, oh good, we're at the Guardian, but then why would the parts be restoring HP? Okay, here's the Guardian. Guardian was an interesting fight. With unusual characters. I guess I never understood any reason that that fight was interesting. Oh, I just... Stupid. I don't even know if this'll work. Sounds about right. If I had shock back then, that's what would have happened. Oh, is it going to use MP Buster? That would be annoying. Brr. Oh, 0. Stupid. On the one character who goes through the most MP the way I have everyone equipped. I'm really looking forward to fighting Lavos Nizbel. Oh, I did it again. Why is it tonic? It is a mystery. Is this Nizbel? Yes, yes. That was satisfying. Oh, it's charging up. Let's just hit it with violence. Good old-fashioned violence. That's funny, because I don't think Antidote 2 technically hits both in the original battle with Black Tyranno and Azala. A few of these Lavos simulation things are like that. Let's do what we did in the real one. Let's hit it with ice as well, and then throw bombs at its face. Because that's what heroes do. Actually, we can probably now just punch it well before this countdown ends. Punch it with bullets. What's next? Giga Gaia? Yeah. And I think this might even be it. Trying to remember. I don't have my special fire and shadow resistant equipment on, although Luca does still have her. And then having. Oh, whatever. Just blast the thing. So anyway, I started blasting. Good blasting. Okay. Now it's turning into real Lavos, because it's realized all the evolutionary data it's collected to this point was actually stupid. It's my interpretation. Okay. Manageable. You know, maybe I'll just go in and end this. Because if I go do a whole other run of the Black Omen... I don't know, how bad could it be? Oh, goodness. I'm surprised at how quick that was. We'll do one run of the Black Omen. Then. Actually, while we're here, why don't we see about Specchio? I think that's pretty good preparation. I don't know. We're all protected from the chaos status, so that's a bonus. Hey, we took way less damage. This is manageable. Maybe I'm speaking a little on the suicide. I like that he's like the god of magic, and Luke is like, I'm gonna throw a bomb at him, and it's gonna be fine. It would be interesting if Specchio expressed resentment around that. Wow. I think we're gonna win. It's a bit early. I think there's like a rotation to it. I think that means the next thing is going to be Dark Eternal. I'm just going to hold Robo's turn until it happens. Oh no, it's Dark Bomb. Dark Bomb's not even that strong. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm using Luca for attacking, and she's got the most MP sensitivity. Really, we need to be whipping out, like, Antipodes and such. Or Flare. Although, Mega Bomb and Flare aren't that different in multipliers, if I recall correctly. Antipode 2, in a way, has a better multiplier, but probably Flare would be stronger. I don't know. I don't think this version of Specchio uses halation. I think the new version does. So I don't think I have to worry about that. I don't know if I have to worry about anything, frankly, at this rate. Putting on the blackmail was almost kind of dumb, I guess. Because, like, he's using Dark Bomb, and that's a single target attack, effectively, in this fight. What a big difference that handful of levels made. Oh. That's no good. This attack aced Robo last time, and like, what's the difference? He got his ribbon from Atropos, but... Cool. I have a feeling we aren't going to find an abundance of other tabs when we go through the Black Omen without charming anything again. But, let's have a look, I guess. Speed tab. Let's give it to Marl. And the other two we'll give to Robo. So let's go to 600 AD. Yeah, it's funny, some of the things that stay done in here and some that don't. Some screens where you would expect normal encounters, they aren't here. Like, I skipped them before, but then there's these guys I beat last time. Oh, I didn't put my equipment back on, but I probably want that haste helm set up. Then again, being status resistant is pretty nice. It just doesn't matter in a fairly large proportion of battles. Something that JRPGs have always lacked is this idea that you know, two gigantic monsters that are intelligent approach. They're three little heroes. And the three little heroes clobber one of them. And the other one's there at full health, sees its friend having been completely maimed in front of it by these three little things. They are not significantly worn down. Why would you engage them? Why wouldn't you just go home? Like, enemies in these games, and I know it's game design, and I know there's a fun to beating things up, but like, enemy behaviors make no sense. Ever. Like, that second goon should have known, oh, I'm not going to win against these people. They freaking pulled up in a plane with lasers to a place called the Black Omen that's been flying through time for thousands of years. They didn't even use the lasers, they jumped out of the ship to come and attack me. Yeah, these panels stay dead, which is a bit of a shame if you want speed tabs. Oh, these guys don't stay... Oh, well, maybe I should leave, because this sucks. I'm gonna fast forward a little. Only when I'm fighting these stupid sidekicks. Great music. It's going to provide me with a couple extra minutes of my life. That's nice, right? I gain minutes of my life by doing that. Incredible. I bet you wish you had a button that would do things like that. Oh, whoops. That was a much faster shining bit than the previous one. I don't think that these mutes are actually made out of metal. They don't look very metal. They don't seem to have the physical properties of metal. Maybe they just like music with electric guitars. That's when things become metal, right? Sometimes, one of my sons is interested in harder music. My kids, for the most part, are pretty happy with the poppy stuff that my wife puts on. But every so often, they're interested in harder music, and especially my oldest son. And it's funny, because if he hears something relatively hard, I'll ask, is this metal? This has to be considered metal. Is this death metal? I don't think I've ever put on anything that I would actually call death metal. I don't know what the line is, but I don't think we've reached that line. Yeah, it's a funny thing. Subgenres. When you're outside the usual space of those genres, you really just have no idea how those terms work, right? Like, there's death metal, and like black metal is even metaler than death metal, right? Or is hair metal the metalist? Oh, I don't have to do stupid elevator fights, do I? Oh god. Okay, I said I was only going to skip the sidekicks, and I lied. Because these fights are a little dry. Oh, but they're fast. And that time I only had one fight instead of a whole bunch. Peculiar. And here I'm not getting the fights I had before. Also peculiar. There was a fight here, yeah, okay. Oh, this is a different fight now. Last time I think it was a Syncrate and a, oh, maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. Oh man. His hit points ended in 1. Not what you want to see. Getting a lot of good consumables, but I don't know how much we're gaining from the experience at this point. I don't really know if I should be spending my time on this or not. I don't think we're going to do an additional run, in any case. Did the Tubsters come back? They do. I don't think I've ever... I'm sure at some point I must have, but I don't generally mess with the color scheme of the, you know, battle menus and stuff in this game. There's a lot of games where I will do that, and I've got some kind of, like, pattern to it that I like. Not this one. I really like the gray with the slight gradient motif. Motif might not be the right word. It might not be motify enough. Yo, dude. Oops. Well, we know what to do here. That was a silly fight. I don't think I've ever played this game on this particular hardware configuration before, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, played on DS, played on original hardware. I don't think I've played this in any other way. What a dumb fight. I mean, it is useful to learn your last few techs during the Black Omen and in normal casual play. Strong hammer. Really. Oh, the chests are already open because this stupid shit thingy appears outside of time. Why did it have to do that? I don't know. Oh, I didn't even run into the blobs before. How dead is that going to make us? We're going to double down. Oh, not dead. Cool. That is a rich fight, actually. Not that the content of the fight was rich, because it wasn't, in that case. Just a lot of experience, and a lot to gain there if we did have Ayla on our team. I would love to do a holiday challenge with weirder characters. Forced Ayla through the first part of the game, I think would be really quite interesting. If I could have any party I wanted, I would probably make it Ayla, Frog, and Magus. Which I don't think is the best party, just like, you know, different. Every character in this game is a good character, technically. Probably the one who has the worst argument against is Marl, although there are people who would say that's wrong. People will say that about anything, though, right? When you like something, you argue about it. And then this screen is miraculously completely clear, even though it only had normal enemies and those little bats. I don't really know if there's much else here, besides fighting Queen Zeal again. Which is just funny. You know, she lectures us about how helpless we are and we've already beaten her. And we don't even tell her. Hey, you're making a fool of yourself. This has already happened. You can tell, we already looted all the stuff. How do you think we showed up wearing multiple prism dresses? In this case, we don't have multiple prism dresses, but You would think it would be a bit of a tell. Where do you think the rainbow shell came from? Oh, whoops, he ends in 3. Well, that was a nice strong wonder shot. Pretty cool attack. Oh, we won already. We got a Mega Elixir for it. I mean, I guess that's good. We have to do this stupid fight again? What's actually the very best way to do this? How about Fire Tackle? That's been the answer to most things in this game. Whoa. What just happened? Nothing crazy on my end. I don't know how visible it was for you, but... Oh, you know what it was? It was my controller disconnecting. Ickers. Crazy. Okay. Backup controller. That timing sucked. Yeah, I don't really know why my controller has decided that it hasn't charged, because it was plugged in overnight last night. I have a feeling maybe that outlet doesn't get power while my computer's off. I mean, it was plugged in, but it was off. I should probably, given the nature of USB, double check that my audio is still picking up because of how things work. Have a look at that. Everything good? Everything good. Thank you, cretins. This was pretty easy last time. It was strange at some points, but pretty easy. He looks so mad to be repeatedly punched in the face for some reason. Hey, still ending in 9. That's a bonus. That was a really bad wonder shot. This controller is so much worse. You don't notice until you switch. I don't notice until I switch. It might actually be a pretty good time for a Mega Elixir. Maybe after the next halation. Probably should have done Luca instead. Whatever. And by Luca, I mean Marl. Because apparently I've lost my mind. Oh. It seems every time I take a screenshot, the window size changes. Okay. Well, we've already done this once. Which is not to say that you won't obtain immortality. We don't really know what happens to you after that. But, you know, your amazing Lavos shows up and turns out we've already blown his head off. It doesn't seem encouraging. Okay, we're not doing that a third time. With Ayla, it makes a sort of sense. Without Ayla, it does not. Any special considerations for the end of the game? I think we'll keep this stuff. Hard to see this very dark area on my screen in my light room. This room makes me look a bit more bald than I actually am. I know I'm getting there, but the lights are pretty intense overhead. Doors of Doom. I always wondered where the Doors of Doom were. Oh, Robo took some serious damage from that. I was thinking of using Antipode too, but the fact is, well, it does give Flare a bit of a multiplier. It's still worthwhile. Flare is quite strong on its own, though. Make ourselves completely vulnerable here, but we'll probably blast its arms off, so who cares? Oh, its defense is already down even with the other arm still there? Oh, no. I think I'm still protected from status, aren't I? Oh, maybe not Marl. Oh, darn. Oh, that means she's confused again. Cool. Oh, everybody's confused. Oh my goodness. Why did I let this happen? Oh, I've left the friggin' Crisis Arm on Robo, too, so... better be pretty mindful of his hit points. Okay. I think his arms can come back, can't they? Flame Battle. I like when it uses incredibly weak attacks. Yes. Chrono Doomblaze is a good name for an attack. That thing's cool. I'm glad I did an Uzi Punch with him having a 0 at the end of his hit point value again. And it's still 0. I'm wearing the wrong t-shirt for the occasion because I strongly believe the future is going to change. Probably in the couple next few attacks, at least this form. Yes, yes. Now comes the part where Frog explains to us what DNA is. That's one of those funny things. I don't know if anyone else takes issue with it, but if you bring Frog to this battle and he sees the humanoid form of Lavos, he's like, harvest the DNA of every living creature. It's like, Frog, you're from 600 AD, you're a knight, how do you know what DNA is? Not that it really makes sense for people from 1000 AD, but... Okay, and the gimmick of this fight is the right bit is the real bit, I think. And you would never think that it would be the right bit is the actual Lavos core, but it is. At least that's the way. But you need to kill part of it for the right bit's defenses to drop. Didn't seem very hidden to me. It's a good time to remember that we can use whatever we want, and we probably have a collection of well over a dozen Mega Elixirs. Might even be timely to use one now. Better than other forms of healing. I mean, it does everything we need. Let's do exactly that. We don't have over a dozen Mega Elixirs. We have 11, but that's still plenty. I feel we may as well. Okay, core has gone down, or fake core, human-ish core. Okay, Uzi Punch. Antipode 2. Antipode 2, good multipliers. Probably not as strong as Antipode 3. A lot less MP. I probably shouldn't really be worrying about MP at this point, but it also looks awesome. I don't know, it's one of my favorite attacks in the game in terms of appearance. And it's not just the cool texturing that's in play, it's The little poses that Luca and Marl do are really neat. This one less neat. Well, there you go. Antipode 2 was the right thing to do all along. The real Antipode was the Antipode 2 we met along the way. I wonder how we're doing on damage. Am I gonna one-cycle this thing? I'd be surprised. But I feel like the damage is strong here. Uzi punches are great. And its defense stays down for a bit after reviving the mid-fella. In fact, sometimes you can knock the mid-fella out before the defense even comes back. Already? This time-eating alien sucks, man. I could eat time better than this. We'll fight. It was really easy. Quite surprised it was that easy. I guess I didn't have to figure a lot out. It was weird. Did I really win, or is the left bit still there? Maybe that's why Chrono Cross happened. Oh, Luca, you silly. I think it's funny that the different characters walk at different speeds. Chrono and Marl kind of walk directly through the spinning dancers. The cat storms the front of the parade. I don't know, is that Cadillac? I didn't get any extra pet cats. Maybe that's just Chrono's original pet cat. Apparently there's some kind of like weird backstory in some guide about Ino was like a baby Ayla found or something. There's kind of this weird family connotation thing between them. Not biological, but apparently, yeah, in some source book or something, it says something like Kino was a baby that Ayla found at the mountain before she found Chrono and his team, almost implying that Kino was from another time or something. Ah. Okay, just leaves without saying a thing. Go and enjoy your seed, sir. Sight diminished. Oh, Chrono. Sorry we replaced you with a robot. Too bad, I really wanted the balloon ending. I mean, all the main endings are good. The balloon ending is the prettiest. Which is funny, because you pretty much have to crash the epoch to get that, right? be funny if there was an ending where like the king floated away on the balloons. I guess I never really noticed in the normal ending how many of the side quests end up incorporated. Like, they talk about the conversation at the Fiona Shrine. Eben is using the Sunstone. Like, that doesn't happen if you don't get the Sunstone, right? Very rarely do... I don't think I've ever just rushed the game. I think, I probably did once in a game where I didn't recruit Magus to see what that was like. But there's nothing particularly worthwhile about not getting Magus besides the fact that it changes the scenes a bit. This music is great too. Super great music. It was funny. I was in early days of the internet when we were starting to see people upgrade beyond MIDI and go towards the S3Ms from Scream Tracker 3 and the what are they called? Stems? Yeah. People were using, sample-based and loop-based music software that wasn't, strictly speaking, MIDI. And people would try and recreate game music as closely as possible, and you could do it in pretty small file sizes because you're using samples and sequencing looping rather than, a actual stereo recording type thing. That was the big deal, was on our dial-up internet connections, no one wanted to be downloading like a 4 megabyte audio file. That was unheard of. You'd be so happy to get something in a couple hundred kilobytes or whatever. But for a while, my music collection was some things that were just recreations of music, especially game music. Sometimes mixed with MP3s for a while, because in a lot of cases, you could not distinguish the difference. Not easily. Not enough that you couldn't enjoy it, certainly. Anyway, it was really great, that whole phenomenon and community. Anyway, the story goes, one day I was listening to this music as created by someone in the game music Scream Tracker community. And my mom walked in and was like, I know this song. My sister was, one of my older sisters was very involved in figure skating. Like, they were using this in a routine for figure skating. What's funny about the time frame of that is that had to be just within a couple of years of Chrono Trigger releasing for my sister to still have been figure skating. That had to be like 98, the latest. Probably earlier, probably 97. And, game music wasn't some, like, super accepted medium for people to collect and enjoy and listen to recreationally. The fact that some coordinated figure skating team, I forget what they call those lines of figure skaters, but they used to have those. There's a word for it. I don't know if the word was precision, but there was this figure skating ice dancing team thing, and this was their song for it. And I'm picturing it playing over the arena that we used to go to, the speakers there. Everyone had their song for the routine, because figure skating. But this was a really nice song for a figure skating routine. And I remember thinking at the time, that's awesome. I never got to see it. I kind of wish I got to see it. Figure skating routine to the song. Nowadays, I got 2 of my kids involved in competitive dance, and I think how cool it would be if they could do their competitive dance to some of their really good music. That is a good one. What happens now? Does this not go back to the here? I want it to go back to the menu. There's New Game Plus to be had. This backup controller I have seen better days. One of these shoulder buttons is awful. I don't know if its L button works. It doesn't feel like it works. Controller. I'm really glad I got the 8-bit dough one. Okay, it doesn't go back to the menu. I wanted to do my thing where it shows New Game Plus in the menu, but I guess that only happens when you actually reset. Let's verify that, I suppose. Not that it would be hard to win again. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to win again, so... There we are. We're not going to be using. Next time I play this game, it's probably going to be this thing again, but with a different team. But probably not this year. I don't think I could cram it into December, right? The end of December. It's busy. But I'm really glad to have played this. Thanks for watching any part of this if you've been watching. And this was fun. I liked this. I'll do this again if it comes up again. Bye.